this option describes you the best. So in this case, we are not going as clients, we are going as freelancers. So start, fill up your name, fill your name to the, so you have to fill your first name, your last name, email address, password, country, and you also have to select this box. Select Nigeria. Select Nigeria as a country. Yes, I understand and agree to the terms. So if you had followed up when we created an account for Fiverr, you had already identified the gig. I believe by now we all have our personal photograph. So that shouldn't be something to be doing at this time. So at this point now, and like a mail was sent to our email, so you have to check that. Open your email. So I'll need to use a different account. So I've been signed out from the previous one. So let me use a different account. Okay, so you said Upwork.com. It's something there already. That's okay. Upwork.com. Okay, like I said earlier, if you've logged in before, you click on the login button, or if you do not, you click on sign up in your account. So we are we want to provide, like we are looking for opportunities and we are the solution providers, while the clients are looking for those who are able to offer those services that they are looking for. So we select freelance and fill up the space. Just pass through. Select your content. Select your content. So I select intents and I hope you are routine this. So who is following at this moment? If you know you're also following following me while setting this content, can you identify so hello? I said if you know you're joining me while I'm setting up this account, can you identify the reason of your hands? Yeah. So the link was sex. That was the table. So find the second go back to sex. Check what it's called as. It says that you does not this. Let's repress it again. So it can let your friends know that after this we're going to be checking how to access how to create our portfolio. So it's needed how to write a first proposal for Upwork. Only There was an error on the email address. It was sent with the So what happens is when you click on that, on those box, it sends you, it's automatically opens you to the field. Like there you have that email, the message, and you scroll down, you see verify your email, click on it, and fill a window will pop up, which is like the web browser. It says Upwork login. You fill the email you use and your password you selected earlier. Then select keep me logged in if you want, and click on login. Click on login. Work out for 2 years. Login. Press it on this again. Try to have actually see what's happening. So, I said, how are you doing this process? So if you're just joining now, we are creating an account for our Upwork accounts. So just joining the meeting now. Just do want to along. just like that's the summing up. You complete that. Even your details. Select the country. So in this case, there is Nigeria. If you want to use other countries, that one is more, you will be needing IPF, needing something like Wireshark, like a VPN to change your location. That is for so right here on this window, you're seeing the entire the viewer to continue. Click on this the very windows. So for mobile phone, I don't know how it's going to be showing for system. This is yes. I believe it's the same thing. When you click the it takes you to your email address. And you know, if you can if now log in, you verify you do not have to log in. So I saved my password and my email for the username and email address. I have to verify. Sign up. That's just says, hey, ready, hey, open your ready for your next big opportunity. You please get started. So you're being asked a few questions. You're being asked few questions. So you said, first, have you freelanced before? So if you've had any experience on Upwork or Fiverr or any other freelancing software or platform, you can choose to say, I have some experience or I'm an expert. In this case, since we are beginners, we select I am brand new to this. Click on next. So, what's your biggest goal for freelancing? What's the purpose? Is it to earn? Is it you want it to be like your main income or your side, like money you get from this like added whatever you're doing, or to get experience for your full-time job, or you don't have any goal at in mind yet. So anyone you want to select, in this case, they are just for to earn and main income. No matter what it is, it's still have to split. So are just fitting. People do more than 3 jobs. So now, so how would you like to work? Start with I'd like to find opportunities myself. It's something you can check later on if you want to now be the one providing the jobs, like offer the services. That's okay. So I like to package up my work for clients. So we want to bring up the solution like this, like that. We want to find those opportunities. That is in the cases where your clients and those these job opportunities where you apply just as normal get to be job where people go about the companies and all that. So start to take that way. Click on create a profile. So this comes up. Says, would you like to tell us about yourself? This option, if you have your LinkedIn already fully set up, you can click on import your LinkedIn, or you have your resume, like use that option, or you select fill out manually. What kind of work do you do? Are you here for to do? So you select the sector, the category in which your work falls into. So ours falls into data science and analytics. That's what we're going to do up, for Upwork. So right here, you select 3 options from this, selecting AI and machine learning. So whatever field you're choosing, to, whatever sector also you're selecting for your skill or your niche, you have to select other 3 specifications, specialties in that particular field. So you're setting data analytics, data extraction. So it says nearly there. What work are you here to do? So now we select skills. So in the case of those going for virtual assistants, or let me say software web developer, graphics design, UI, UX, etc., you will see other options there. We want to select the one that suits you. The test. Let's change. Engineering. So the other options there when you click as okay, let me say guess if I write UI UX. UI now you see other options. If I write textual systems, so the other options that follows that that goes with the word virtual. So, for okay, let's say assistance. So either you go for real estate virtual assistance, that's a skill, that's like a niche. Yeah. Why for photographers, so you have facial, so whatever niche, whatever skill that satisfies your service offer, you select. This case we are going for bigger AI and ML. Select the data collection, the data cleaning, since we can do analysis of the organization. So you're being given the option of selection as much as 15 max. You can give it an application. Please confirm and then can you hear me? Confirm if you can. Okay, another question. Are you following this? Are you following this class?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So if you're following, I believe you also try to create your own account alongside, or you've already done all of this page. So if you're among seven, if you're in this call right now and you're following me step by step while I'm creating this, can you indicate please? Raise your hand, please. Just raise your hand. If you are, raise your hand, please. All right. So by the end of today, there's actually going to be some. Everybody should please do the assessment that will be sent today. Assessment to be two assessments. So I want the feedback for those assessments because to help the grading and for certification. So please make sure you do the assessment. Also tell your colleagues to when they are uploaded to the group. Subsequently, shots will be sent to the group also to aid you all who were not able to set up effectively the Fiverr accounts, even the Upwork accounts, and also still bring you all up to speed on how to identify your niche and all the necessary information you need for setting up the profiles effectively, like all those formats I give to you guys in class. So please just close, still be engaged, put your mind to it. Class is not done yet. So, and there are many more things that will be done in the course of the weeks to come. So we will see. Okay. So you can see that already. So, so what's your professional role? Select here and senior engineer. So skip this one now. Suspects. That you can do later on at your own schedule. So it's something you can always go back to do on your profile. Let's skip it for now. So add the languages you can speak. Speak English. English. Select and so now choose right. So for those who have you select this panel, say add more languages. So now write a bio to tell you more about it. So don't forget we did something earlier in Fiverr where we able to use a format to get with the help of calculators to get our to set up our value. So if you're still making use of the same niche or expertise or skill, upload that. You can still use that the outcome we have here. But again, since I changed, right, begin to set up. If you're there, you can start. Start reaching out to those documents. Yeah, you did that. That's the statement. But I told us to save it in the docs. And yeah, yes, man. Yeah, with something else, then I think it's down. Gets you the next. Okay, I think then we did something. So please, if you have access to the WhatsApp and the message that was sent, the format that was sent then, can you just please reshare it again on the WhatsApp so that those trying to create their account to see the format and follow along said. Can anyone help us with that? Anyone? I need someone to volunteer to help us with that now. So what you do is just go back to the WhatsApp chat format that was shared to the group. Send it again. That's the gig description, overview, gig title, and all of that. Can anyone of us do that? Yeah. Yes. That will take just 6 days. When we need the best to so that we can get the first we need. Does anyone have any questions for either the previous class or this class? If there's anything you missed, I don't understand either from previous class or this class, can I really want to fix it or treat it first one? Since this class is too silent, I need you to speak on. Thank you for this time. Which is the one. Not just speaking longer. Each month's time. So, that's okay. I'm not doing the next one, man. So it's an account on Upwork and the rates. value. Value is um, next thing as in and go again. So you can still use the ability to do that. So you say using data, so the data is much to those things. And the progress. So AI, ML engineer specializing in machine learning, deep learning, NLP, computer vision, predictive analytics, and AI model deployment. So this was actually being selected based on my work I've done on my research. So experience in developing intelligent solutions for fraud detection, predictive maintenance, and automation of technologies, and with scalable, accurate, and efficient system tailored to business and research needs. It is strong focus on innovation, quality delivery, and client satisfaction. So simple and short. I use ChatGPT to generate this now. It's able to generate it because of how I also use it. So for the cases I use it for, nice. So in your own case, if you know does not know more about it, you can put in what you do. Like if you can just write down the projects you've done already, the names of the projects you've done, what you're trying to build, what you're trying to create that your value that asks you to produce the content for your value. So you just put those information there, it will generate for you. So now let's set our limits. How much you want to pay hours, like in any job you're given. Yeah, I can say I want to pay 25, let's say 40 per hour. Okay, let's say 45, because I'm taking the service charge, say, of $4.5. Select that. So it's up to you, whatever you want to select. And your own. So like I mentioned before, I believe by now we all have a profile picture available. Just login. You have mentioned that we have to use something professional. So, and so also don't look don't look don't look like the employer. Look but just look your best. That's the thing. Make sure you look very, very good. So, yeah. Alright. So, I can we all see my screen, please? Please, are we still seeing my screen? All right, all right. Yes, so you select this as well. Is the as well as all right. Okay, address our country, street address. Also, yes. City, province, zip code. You said you don't know your zip code, you set it online. Write zip code, then the location. Copy it, paste it there. Enter a phone number, one that you can access easily. So below here, we can make any edit we want and submit. So this one, you add your work history, you add your work history later for those. So add your title, the name of the company, your location, and all of that. The day, the date you started, and the date you ended, the description of the job. So I believe Most resumes or CVs we have today are more descriptive as much as this. So just use your CV to fill up this. Be easier for you, so not too much thinking. Likewise, for the educational history, the name of your school, the degree, field of study, when you attended, when you graduated. Yes. So we are done with this for now. Let's move over to what we have for today, for today's class, which is how to write your proposal. Your proposal. How to write again. Let me share the screen for that so that we can proceed. So let me ask, if you know you'll be having issues with setting up the, can you indicate if you know you'll be having issues with setting up the work experience and the educational aspect of it? It's just, it's not this way to this, this time is. Sorry for that. Very big. Sorry about this. So this class will treat proposal writing for either Fiverr or Upwork. So whatever space you find yourself. So the art of proposal writing. For those who are already writers, it will come in a little bit easier for them because they are more experienced. So in this, we've already treated the system of context action results as a car framework. They treated the car framework already from last class, which helps us create our gig economy more effectively in the standard. So this will be one of the assignments which we are going
Sorry to distract you, sir, but your background is really noisy and it's difficult to pay attention to your words.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better now. Thank you.
So like I was saying, I said writing a proposal is what hands every gig, every opportunity to any freelancer out there. So how you're able to write the portfolio, the intent, how you convey the information, that's what determines the opportunity that will come to you. So proposal is like what gets you hired by a client. So it's just as if I say I want to build, I have a land and I want to build it, I want to start up a building project, but I need architects. I need architects, the best. I want to select the best amongst all, or those who are able to communicate the intent of what I want, who are able to see the vision and the mission, and also work with it. So people start bringing up their own proposals, writing out, submitting their proposals and what they can do, and the budget that it take them to set up whatever I want to. That's the same thing that you'll be doing in Upwork. And you set your price, and now you're now writing a proposal for a particular job to get that job. So even in case where the job has already been structured, let me say it's offering a certain amount of thousands or hundreds of dollars, it's up to you now. See the intent of this and how do you write those proposals? How do you write this information about that work, that opportunity, and to get you that opportunity, and to actually draw it onto you, like, or make the client attracted to what you can offer. That's your proposal. It's not you physically standing there. It's you seeing the need, the desire of the client and wanting to solve it without your absence because you're a freelancer. So in this you're going to learn how to apply the 5-step formula. That's the proposal formula. You're going to understand what clients want. Immediately they see your proposal, immediately you avoid the 10 mistakes you need to avoid, and how to also create and craft a customized compelling proposal for a specific field. Let's proceed. So first, proposal landscape. You first of all need to know what you're competing against. So the average Upwork job posting receives up to 15 to 20 proposals within the first hour, even more. I've seen a case where, as the job was listed, it's almost 100 persons has already sent their own proposal. So your proposal competes against other persons. Imagine the 100 already submitted. What is special about it? Why should the employer even decide to take receive your own against other persons? So meaning with more reviews and experience. So you have much persons like that who have more reviews and experience also coming to apply for the same job you're going for. But here's the reality. 80% of proposals are terrible. Most people do copy and paste, which you're not supposed to do. That means using one particular proposal over and over again for multiple cases, that's multiple jobs listings. It's not acceptable. So, and also when proposals are self-focused, proposals are self-focused, pasted, it will be discredited. So your well-crafted proposal doesn't need to beat 90, 50 proposals. It only needs to be better than others for it to be selected. So first, pay attention to the first two sentences you're making in your proposal. So we say average client reads only the first two sentences before deciding to continue or to skip. So how engaging and what that first two sentences is talking about determines if the client will want to move ahead to you or not. So if you start by talking about yourself, there's no need for you there. Like, he's going to move passive. But he needs someone who immediately start talking about his problem, who sees and identifies the problem he wants that he's facing and communicating solution. So closing openings. So most proposals start with their hiring manager. I am writing to express my interest. That is weak already. So what they want is people who can solve, who wants to solve, who have the interest of solving their problem from the beginning. So clients are not hiring you, they are solving it. They are solving a problem. Your proposals must speak to that problem they want to solve first before any other thing. So short proposals are always amazing. They are performed longer ones, but who has time to read longer proposals? No one literally. So personalization, the single biggest differentiator, mention something specific from that job post and not your own. So I believe most of us have seen a lot of job postings on LinkedIn, mostly LinkedIn. Most of us use LinkedIn. Yeah, you've seen a lot of job postings. It's up to you. Don't just read the top and read the bottom. Then you're clicking apply. Then when they send your proposal, you're just writing gibberish. Read the whole document. Identify the cases that client is really the weakness of that client and what he really needs. So most times people advise that you do research about that particular company. See what their market has been like for the past few months, even years, maybe a year or a few months. So why do they actually need it? When writing out a proposal, you should be able to tackle that issue that they are facing. Yeah, like you're showing the interest that my being present, that issue will no longer be there. So that is one thing. So the formula is used by top rated. This formula we are offering you today is used by top rated freelancers, people who have 1 million plus above. So it works because it is structured around the client's perspective and not yours. One, step one is setting up the hook. Step two is the relevance. Step three is the solution. Step four, social proof. Step five, call to action. So when we say hook, step one, that means we are talking about the opening statement. So you open with the client's exact problem or desired solution. And that's desired outcome, what the clients want at the end of the day. That's what you should be communicating from the hook of their statement. So number two, relevance. Since show you understand their industry. That's why I said you should also research about every job posting. Show you understand their industry or context with a specific example. Solution. Step three, briefly outline your approach. That's how the method you want to use, you'll be using to go over. And it should be enough to show your thoughts that you literally thought it through. You've used time to ponder, think about their problem and solution, how you'll be able to offer that solution effectively. I hope we understand this. I hope we are also following. They just need feedback for this one. Don't proceed. Are we following? Hello, can you hear me? So,
Yes, I can hear you, sir. We are following. I can hear you,
all
sir.
right. Okay. So, social proof number four. Okay, social proof. So, reference a specific result you've already achieved. And you say a problem you've already solved before now. Something that also could could look like what they want. And you say, for example, if you solved the problem of fraud detection, and a client is looking for an AI or machine learning expert that will help to tackle that in the same. He wants to employ an AI engineer, and he has an issue like fraud. Let me say on their e-commerce website, they get to experience phishing, DDoS, and all of that. All those attacks, spamming. How can you come in to solve those issues? So if you have already built a solution on that before, you also, I mean, not directly on that issue they are talking about, but something similar, you can also reference that. But now, coining it for them to see how you can still use that to solve their own problem. So call to action, end with one clear question or invitation to connect or to contact you. So this should be within 150 to 200 words. Short. Quality over quantity. So before we proceed with because yeah, yes. These are 10 mistakes, proposal mistakes that most applications carry, which we need to know about before writing ours. We've outlined 5 incredible steps and formulas we can use to set up our own already. But we still need to be able to know the mistakes that are there and how to avoid them when setting up our own portfolio. So we've mentioned most of them before: the generic opening, the self-focused paragraph, attaching too many files, leading with rates of pride, No call to action, buzzword. That means when you're saying, you know how when we write our CV, they're all they are co-workers. We are strong, persistent, result-oriented. They are all detailed in all we do. Yes, we all claim we can all do that. So, but in this case, little or less, little or no buzzwords, just communicate your intent. Not reading the full job posting, that's an error. That's an error. Copy paste recruiter. My problem is not the problem of another person. Company A has a different problem from company B. They might write the same thing on the as a title, but the document, the description of that posting, that job posting will be different. So copy pasting is an error also. Let me say from previous proposal you sent to company A, you're now starting that to send to company B. Please don't do that. Asking for the job. Let me say you're begging. They say, please give me the job. Say, if you give me the job, I will. That's not how it is. That's not how it should be written. So we also watch out for grammatical errors. So since we are, for the case of those who have not written proposals before in the chat, we're also looking forward to writing. Before you be able to do that, number one, you would want you to, at the end of this class, you'll be given an assessment, actually an assignment, which must be submitted. So the assignment will come in two batches, two different assignments. It will help us solve the problem for Fiverr and also help us solve the problem for Upwork. So alongside, while also sending the help videos to help everyone. I noticed that most of us are not following as we ought to the class. So for those who had more persons select, I need short videos than people who are in the class. Most people who selected I need more videos, I've never seen them in class before. So just do well to be a part. Make sure you watch the pre-class, the pre-recorded videos, do the follow-up assessment, the assignment, and give feedbacks. If you have questions, do well to ask. Drop them in the group then. Drop them in the group then. If you have questions, drop them in the group then, and they'll be answered. Thank you. So back to the class. So as a beginner, you first need to acknowledge why you're there in that platform. So why are you new to Upwork? What's your experience? What do you want to offer? What can you do to that economy, to that marketplace? Because in as much as we have the physical marketplace, we also have the digital marketplace. So what can you really offer? I really offer the services that you have. With your services, would your skill be able to satisfy? Would your skill be able to solve someone else's problem? That is one thing. That's why you can begin of the class. So that's why from the beginning of the class we communicated the essential, learning more skills and searching out those options those job postings there that are in line with your niche, but you don't have the necessary skills because there are jobs out there, but Nigerians are not equipped enough to satisfy those roles. That's why most persons are not employed. There are jobs. Don't be, nobody should be deceived. That's also why the country that's also why the country is setting up the three entity digital literacy systems, all these TVETs and the rest for people to begin to learn the skills so that they're able to satisfy and fill in the space, fill in the gap they have on digital know-how. So just keep learning, keep upgrading. If need be, whatever you're doing, if you can do a research on how blockchain can be added to whatever you're doing, like diversifying, also try learning to help you. So lead with your portfolio, attach your most relevant sample immediately as a new beginner, offer a discovery project. So you can emphasize, I believe you are seeing my screen very well. You can emphasize your process and price strategically. So at the end of this class, the slide will be shared to the group. Everyone, please make sure they go through it because the assignment will also be there on it. Yeah, so we are here. This is where we are going to create proposal writing. Okay, writing a proposal is a skill that improves rapidly with practice. So you actually need to write a proposal. If you cannot write, you can still use the ChatGPT, but study it, read it, and know the pattern, the flow. Don't just ask ChatGPT to generate it and you copy, straight paste. Any day you're not with your phone, that means you're finished. Or maybe you're out there in one place and you need to visually put down a proposal. It's no fun knowledge. You will not be able to do anything. So even if while you're using ChatGPT, you're prompting, you should be knowledgeable on how to see to prompt it to give you what the result you want. And also study it, the outcome, read the outcome to know it. You can sit there to tell you the pattern it uses, the underlying factors, what structure makes up this proposal, what makes up this proposal. It will just tell you so that you, when you're writing, you know that, okay, you're following that same pattern, just as we did last time, context, action, and result. So this one is both relevance, solution, social proof, and call to action. Flow, that's a flow. So what's going to happen today is that the assignment begins from here. You look for a real life job on LinkedIn or Indeed or TopTal, wherever you can find any job posting that is in respect or that's linked to your niche. You write 3 proposals using the 5 steps that I provided on this platform right now. At least 1 proposal should be submitted to a real job today before the end of next class. You send screenshot sample of the assignment. You send screenshots of you posting that your proposal and that's applying for the job. So you send screenshot of the applications you made. That will be part of your assignment. So I'll still repost the assignment that you all will do. So you submit them in a folder. Everything should be in a folder. Google Docs. If possible, you can put everything in one Google Docs, but identify the assignments appropriately. So if you're doing assignment one, it should be bold. It should be boldly written and written like assignment one, but within that same document, assignment two. So in case where you cannot upload images, let me say your screenshots, you cannot apply it on your document there. You can put it in that folder where your assignment is and submit on the Google Drive link that will be sent to the group. So I hope we all understand. So like I said, you will look for a real job either on LinkedIn, Indeed, Top Total, or still on Upwork here. Write 3 proposals using this 5-step formula that has been given to you. Then apply with one of those proposals, the proposals you've written. Apply with one of them. That this should be done before our next class. But we'll actually do something serious that you also like to be strange. I know that most persons find it difficult to actually use ChatGPT that they use every day when they are given assignments. That turns out to be difficult. So this will be shared to the group so you understand the project, how you're going to do it very well. So you find 3 real life jobs that is in line with your niche, either on Fiverr or Upwork. Okay, so what you do, either on Upwork or Fiverr. So this job posting should be within 24 hours of your search. The moment where you search those job posting related to your niche, it should be within 24 hours. Let me show you. In class here, we did that earlier. So earlier, when we started, we learned how to schedule job posting in respect to our own gig and our own niche. So that's really so I hope we can also your screen right now. So find what so you click on browse jobs, recently posted jobs. All of this will be posted again as YouTube shorts, as a short video. So you also know how to do that. Okay, with an already created account for better understanding. So what we're trying to do is want to identify a job posting that we use to do an example by applying 5 steps formula we have. So we see now how it's trying to be easier for you to do your assignment. Projects are the assignment. And whether it's does anyone do we understand? If you have any question, please ask. Please ask, please. If you have any assignment, if you have any question, please ask. Any question? So far, any question? So I believe we all understand understood what has been done so far. So please endeavor to do the assignments and the set to the group today. Also moving on. That's the development. So I think what we'll do is, like I said earlier, it will come in as our project. In the next class, we still talk about this. I want you all to also do your own research. Go ahead, open Upwork, click browse new job postings, and search for any job in respect to your niche. Search for any job available in respect to your niche in posted within 24 hours. 3 jobs, look for 3 jobs like that. Write proposals on those 3 jobs. 3 proposals each for those 3 jobs. That is, try to see 3 different approaches using the 5-step formula provided. It's simple. Using the 5-step formula provided, you can take that, put it in your ChatGPT, the 5-step formula, and ask ChatGPT. Then, if you see the job too, you can copy the whole description of the job title, everything, post there on ChatGPT. Let ChatGPT produce a proposal for using those 5 formulas that you've given to it. And it should be within 150 to 200 words. And simply to generate it for you. Take that information, put it in Grammarly, and use Grammarly to paraphrase it. And you post it. So do that for each company, 3 proposals. For each company, 3. That means total of 9 proposals should be written. 3 for each company. I will send this as an assignment. Okay, this as an assignment. So you also know. Please do all to submit before next week, Friday. That will be assignment 1. And I also send it assignment 2 to us to also fill along. And this slide will also be shared for more understanding. Yes. After you be doing, make sure you do your assignment and submit. I think it will be holiday. Holiday end here today. Look forward to continue the class next week. So maybe while I post the short videos, you watch, if you have any questions. If you still have any questions, you can ask them now. So we can talk about them. If there are none, thank you for being part of today's class. I believe it's the brief introduction on how to open up or start, set up your Fiverr accounts. We all understood that. We'll be able to still complete it personally as filling up the work experience part and the education part of it. And also now doing the assignment, which is identifying 3 job postings, writing 3 proposals each of those job postings that is in line with your niche. Then the other assignment will also be completed. So I believe you understood, and see you all in the next class. Have a nice day. Nice night. Thank you.